Hi friends, last class we have studied the useState and useEffect hooks. Using the two hooks, we are going to develop a small application. First, I am going to the eraser.io. Eraser.io. I am going to this website. First, I am going to show that structure of that application. I'm going to take the 100%, 100%. See, this is the application like today app. If you type this, if it is a today app, I have written one input box and one submit button. This is the input tag. This is the submit button. If you click on this, if you type the any to do like any content here. If you type any content here, uh, suppose here I am going to type the instead of this to do something activity. Something activity I have typed. If we click on this submit button, this activity is goes to the fourth, comes to the after this or before this tool also. We are going to place like this. I'm going to show in this list of items. If you click on here, I'm going to perform that application. Like if you see that in example in YouTube also this type of to-do application. But I'm going to write this to-do application in some standard like standard practice, like using that some components and code splitting that type of activities. Not only that, I'm going to do the how to delete this to-do. If you want this how to delete this to-do, like each and every to-do, and how to update this to-do also we are going to perform. And not only this, if you have this some small here, what called some small box, I'm going to write here, like for every each and every to do. This is a called a checkbox. If you click on this checkbox, it will get that get it will get the line through like strike line. It will get the strike line. How we will get if we click on this, like it will get like this. Strike line means it will that tour is completed. In that completed phase, we are going to unvisible like disable uh, the update button and the delete button. Only that it is not completed only. We are going to disable only the update button, but we are going to available with the uh, what that delete button. We are going to disable only update method. But why means in the completed state it not able to do the update. It is completed. It not in the uncompleted phase. It is completed. If you want to uncomplete phase, again if you click on this one, it will goes to come to the uncompleted phase. This strike line will goes. This strike line will goes. For that every today we are going to do one content. If you type in here like check, if you type in the text box, it will go come to the here in the list of to dos. That list each list of to dos have the one checkbox for the complete and incomplete phase, one update button and one delete button. We are going to show that one also. This one is a this one is a update. One more. This one is a delete. For like this, each and every to do we have that one. This one also. Wait, this one also. One more. This one also. One more. This one also. For each and every, if you click on, suppose if you click on this one, if you type this one, here is if you click on this one, if you click on this one, it will comes to the this to do three comes to the strike line. If you delete this one, it is like it is invisible, like disabled. If you delete this one, it will delete automatically. This will delete it. This tool also got deleted. Actually, it is a group, that's why it is not deleted. If you want to show me, I'm going to delete. This one is deleted. See. See. Like this, we are going to perform in the application using. First, I'm going to open my app like IDE, control E column, web application, CD, web application, uh, I think React JS. In this React, I'm going to take the same, this React hooks only. If you see this, this have the hooks, not hooks, my React hooks. This one, I'm going to open my editor here. I'm deleting, removing this one, and this one. First, in the SRC, not SRC, same components only. Collapse this, open components, and same like create one folder. To do with use state and use effect. Use to do with use state and use effect. To do with use state and use effect. First, I'm going to take the one. First, I'm going to take the one global component in this, that is called to do container. In this to do container only, I'm going to write the all the to dos. Right. This is like a one base like for the this to do. If you see in this, uh, if you see in this, this is a first. This is whole thing I'm going to write in the to do container only. I'm going to explain while writing only RFCE RFCE to do container. In this to do container, to do, I'm going to take one heading tag. If you want to take the heading also, I'm going to take one component for to do heading. To do heading dot JSX RFCE. In this, I'm going to take title. I'm going to take using the props. That's why I have mentioned here destructure of title here. Title. Here I'm going to mention the class. Here I'm going to write the Tailwind CSS. I'm going to verify that whether I'm installed the Tailwind CSS or not. I did not install the Tailwind CSS here. That's why whether I have written any CSS class. Okay. That's why I'm going to install for site tailwindcss.com. Get started. Framework guides. Wheat application. Next, first I'm going to install I have did this one. This one I have did previous only. Project creation and first I'm going to install this one for the npm install -d tailwind post css auto prefixer. Come to the terminal, make it as a maximize and paste. Next we are going to do this one. This content I'm going to copy in the tailwind config.js. Copy this one. Still loading. Going to the app.jsx. In this React bundler, I'm going to comment this one. This one also, base also comment this one. This one I'm going to write here to do container. To do container. See, I have it is automatically imported from the component dot slash components to do use state slash use effect to do container. After importing, if you want to see to do container, go to this and initialize the npx tailwind css init /p. It will generate this file tailwind.config.js and post.config.js, two files it is generated. We are going to copy this one and paste it in the uh, tailwind.config.js file. Comes to the here and go to the tailwind.config.css and go to the content here, this one here. After this, we I'm removing this one app.js also, this one CSS also. Yeah, index CSS. We are going to do one more thing here. This one in copy this one and place it into the index.css. First, comment this one. Comment this one. Once come to the our terminal. If you want to see npm run dev, I'm running the application. Once come to the Chrome browser localhost 5173. 5173. To do container is visible. It will going to visible the to do container. .jsx and see format is so see it will come to the to do content. Once go to the to do heading, here I'm going to write the flex. First I'm going to write this one and justify center and item center and give some margin like y-axis 10 I'm giving. We observe this. Why it is not showing? I have it written here now. Instead of this, here import that application. Wow, sorry, import the component. To do heading, in this I'm going to pass one props called title. Title is a one prop. It is called to do app. To do app. See in the heading also, just to excel font semi-bold, text center, Next, in the next, I'm going to take to do input. For to do input is for, we go to the 1 second browser. Here, to do input is for this thing. This input, this text box and submit button. I'm going to take one component. Go to the here. This to do input is not there actually. I'm going to create first and then later I'm going to import this one. To do input. I'm dividing this one into each and every component, not in the same component. I'm not going to do. I'm going to do the code splitting. This is the concept of code splitting. Each and every code I'm going to divide into the each and every like component. Then I'm going to use reuse. That is called a reusability of the code. Can called as a reusability of the code, often called as code splitting. Here I'm going to write one component called RFCE. In this, I'm going to take I'm going to take two things. One is a input, other one is a button. Here it is a submit button. Type text and placeholder. placeholder, enter a to do, enter to do, enter to do, placeholder. Actually, it is not place. This is a placeholder. Sorry, friends. Placeholder. Next, next thing is class. I'm going to take. For taking, I'm going to write here to do input. Okay, so if you want to see, go to comes to the to do input. It will comes to the here. If you want here, I'm going to write here in this div. I'm going to write let's justify content item center, and here also I'm going to take 10. Here I'm going to give one space called gap of 2. It will give gap to the this button and this one. Here in the input I'm going to write small border called border of 2 and outline small border of 2 ex4 py2. Here see, if you see here, and remove the outline. When you focus, remove the outline of none, outline of none, same like button also. Class name, border of 2 ex4 py2 focus not required. Here I'm going to do one more thing here, and rounded sm, rounded sm. Okay, completed, and make it as a big submit. If you click on here, if you suppose if you click on here, something like Superman, superheroes of Marvel, uh, Marvel, Marvel. If you click on here, if you click on the submit button, here it will comes here, like it will display here. For that, I'm going to take one more div here. This div, I'm going to display the list of to-dos. For this, here if you, for the demo purpose, I'm showing here. See here, I'm going to take test, comma, set test. First, I'm going to take test only, test, comma, set test equal to use state of null. Next, to do, comma, set to do's. Use state of empty array. If you want, I'm going to take some ID of one. Here, I'm going to take test. Somehow to leave with test only. Test of some data. Superheroes of Marvel. This one is one test, and completed is false. Next, second one, ID of 2 test Iron Man stories. I'm going to take Iron Man stories. Iron Man stories completed equal to false or true. If you click on here, if you type it true, no problem. Here I'm going to display the each and every. Make it as well. Let's justify content and item center, and make it as a flex column. This one is a this one, this div and this div are in the column position. You see here why it is not displaying. So any error, and console, go to the console, use state is not defined. That's why it is showing the use state. We have to import, or we can click on the autocomplete also, but I'm going to import use state this one. Or if you want to put automatically, we are going to come click on here and press the control and space button. It will show the here like use state is update from the React. This one. If you click on here, this one it automatically updates the use state. If it comes to here, I'm going to display the each and every to do. First, if you click on, I'm going to if you click on this button, it will this content is goes to the like it will goes to the this set to do's. For that, I'm going to do the on change. First, I'm going to first I'm going to I will I will go through the this test first. First, I'm going to take some input from the input. For that, set test of e dot target dot value. E dot target dot value. I'm taking input from the my. I'm taking content from the my input to this test. Use state test. For that, I'm going to using the in this on change method. If you, whenever I'm going to change, if you click, if you want to see that here, I have already shown, but I'm going to showing once again this test. If you want to see the test clearly, I'm giving here to do test. I'm giving here column C. Once again, refresh this one. See if you type here something. Super heroes of Marvel. Whenever on change is performed, whenever every change this, whenever the every change of this input, it will take the input from the like it will take the content from the input to this test. It will set to the test. Like that on change method works. Why we are using this one for submit button? If you click on this submit button, if you click on this submit button, I'm removing this one. I'm going to do one. I'm going to write one submit, handle submit, handle submit. I'm click on the submit button. This test will go to the this to do's. How it will go? To do's dot. First, I'm going to create one new to do new to do equal to id. I'm going to take here. I'm going to take the unique id. For that, I'm going to use one npm jx. For that, I'm going to use one new package called nano id. Nano id. This one I'm going to use. This one generate the every for every to do it will generate the unique id. How we are going to use? We are going to use first. We are going to install the nano id. Copy that one and go to the command terminal. This command prompt npm install nano id. Nano id. npm install nano id. After installation completed, comes to the package comes to the this IDE. Open the package.json. Once check this, checking is not big problem. Check here, an ID is installed or not properly. Dependencies in the package.json. After checking, once run the application npm run dev. How to use this nano ID? See here clearly mentioned. First, we are going to import this nano from the nano ID. After we are going to call this function, this nano id we are going to call using some here. Where is that? We can pass some data here, number here. You using that number only, it will generate the test. If you pass here eight means 8 letters it will generate. 8 letters unique kind it will generate. If you nothing we are going to pass, it will generate the 36 symbols like a 36 length. Okay, this one is not 36, 21 length. 21 length secret code it will generate. Not secret code, that is ID only. It will generate. If you pass or 6 or 7 or 8 or something, it will generate the 8 letters unique code. It will generate for the every to do. Why we are going to use that ID means for reference for the uh, for here, if you write in the while displaying here, we are going to use the one key. Key means that is a unique for the each and every to do. For that only I am going to using the this to do ID. Here, first I'm going to nano ID. Automatically imports this function. I'm going to call this. Next one is a test. Test I'm going to take from the this test. This test. Or you can write the using this one also directly. Completed. False I'm going to take. After completion of the creation of this new to do, we are going to push into this set tool. How we are going to push means set to do of previous to do previous to do's of we have already studied this one of previous to do's comma new to do previous to do comma new to do. If you want to place this to do in the new to do in the last position, we are going to mentioning the new to do in the last. First we are going to mentioning the previous to do. Previous to do means this one, this ID1 and ID2 to do's. If you want to place this new to do in the first position, new to do in the first position, we are going to do something like we are going to first create new to do's, current to do's. Okay, current to do's equal to what is the current to do's means this to do's this to do's current to do's dot shift operation. Sorry, no, unshift operation. Unshift operation means it will add the data. If we call unshift operation where if you pass the new to do means it will take the new to do in the first position. Like how means we have already discussed in the this diagram. If you type here like something activity I have typed, if you do the previous like how means commenting this one, and if you do set to do's of previous to do's equal to this one column previous to do's comma previous to do's comma new to do. If you do this thing, it will place this something is going to place in the where this to when we enter the some to do like some data or content, it will place automatically in the last position. Last position means after this all the to do's. After the previous to do, it will place. If we go to the this process like this process I have taken one variable like const variable. I have made the to do's into the current to do's. After this, I have taken the current to do dot unshift of to do. Unshift means it will add to the data. See here. Insert the new element at the start of the element. This actually the behavior of the unshift operation is to insert the new elements at the start of the array. Enter the new length of the array. After this, set to do's. We are going to set again this current to do's into the this to do. If you want to see, we are going to do here something like a to do's dot map of each and every to do, each and every to do. each and every to-do. I'm going to take the key also in this to-do. It contains three things. One is the to-do ID, to-do test, and to-do completed. I'm calling this one is the to-do ID. Next one, to-do dot test. I'm going to write some class here also. Here also I'm going to write class. File I'm going to take. After this here I'm going to take some small padding. Py of 2. Py of 2. If you want you can take the bg gray, bg gray 700 and just white. Comes to the this here. This white text. See this one is taken. Instead of this white template. See this one is content. I'm going to do make this one is a 4. Okay. Py of 2. And not only this px of 4. Okay. And corners I'm going to take the rounded corners. MD I'm going to take. Okay, it is nice. If you type here, this superheroes of the Marvel and Iron Man stories, it coming from the these to-dos, like this present to-dos. If you want to type anything in Tailwind CSS is replace boot. If you click on this submit button, it is why it is not performing submit. Why it is not performing means nothing we have did here. On click of handle this submit button. If you click on this one, still it is not working. Tailwind CSS replaces. Really not performing this one, nothing. Handle submit. Handle submit. Take here. See, it is working, but current tools console.log of new to do. Console.log of new to do. Tailwind CSS. See, here it is performing, but handle submit and new to be record. Shift we have performed console.of current tools. Submit this one. You click on submit this one. And the submit button. man in the middle, man in the middle. It is displaying this one and displaying this one, man in the middle, but it is not refreshing this one. Set to do's. Set to do's means so now, but it is not displaying. Remove this one. So okay, leave it this one, and I'm going to remove this one also. Click on that. Click on this. Here I'm going to mention one type here. Submit. Type submit. I'm going to write this content in the form. Instead of the submit button, I'm going to write in the form. Here, write in the form. Here I'm going to remove this one instead of this on submit. On submit. Here I'm going to write on submit. Here I'm going to write handle submit. Okay, now it is going to perform. See, if you refresh this one, man in the middle, you click on this one. Oh, sure. And here there is a one. We are going to prevent this default. Prevent default function. Call this e. One forgot to and man in the middle. Why it is not working? What happened here? Use state. We have used the use state. It is displaying, but here why it is not refreshing? Still it is refreshing. Something we have to now use this one. Tailwind CSS replaces submit. Map is not sure. Okay. Instead of this object I have taken previously, this is actually list. This okay. Now we will see Tailwind CSS replaces. Click on this one. Now it is displaying. Here I'm going to write some small class called flex flex of 4. Okay, but we want to achieve this thing in the first place. So it comes to here, comma, same. We do this daily with CSS. Once refresh this one. React JS use new framework. Okay, use new framework. Submit this one. Okay. Like if you see here, React JS give new framework. It will comes to the first place. So automatically comes to the first place. If you type one more thing, after this, we are going to perform the set test of empty. We are going to do this one also. If we do this one, it will comes to the empty. Once again, uh, node, sorry, nano ID is superpower for ID generation. Superpower for ID generation. Submit. See, nano ID is superpower of ID generation. We got. If you want to see each and every console.log of console.log of um, to-dos. Same here, not here. Console.log of to-dos. Set testing. Set testing will belong to the okay. Nano ID is powerful powerful package for ID generation. Package for ID generation. If we click on here, an ID is powerful package for ID generation. Here still it is showing. Why it is not rendered? For rendering only it will show. Show this here. Then mention the console.of to click on it will show first time. Then ID is superpower. Sorry friends. Sorry friends. Nano ID is super powerful for ID. This will not get the submitting. Must and should have the test. Must and should contain the test. Then only once we refresh this one, Nano ID is super powerful. Super powerful. We click on this one. Why it is not going for this? Still set test. Set test empty. Here we are going to give the test also. The values sorry. In the values equal to test. See, now it will comes to the, it will listen my words. The concept of like we have to mention here test. We have to give the value equal to test and on change of when it is changed. This will this event dot target dot value goes to the set test. According to this value changes here. See, after that if you set that empty, it will goes to here. This value will goes to the comes to the empty input. Here once again we will try. Once we refresh this one, let's refresh. Okay. Uh, Tailwind CSS is powerful, powerful boot. Okay, I'm writing something. Okay, see, Tailwind CSS is powerful boot. After this, it will comes to the empty. Once again, if you try Nano IDs package tool, package tool. Okay, if you click on this submit button, it will comes to the, it will gives the data here and this input goes to the empty. See, Nano ID is package tool. See, we are going to remove this one console uh, console. But the small mistake is that we are not going to do here this thing we are going to do in the another uh, we are going to do in the another this thing this which one I'm going to do this thing in the another. I'm going to show this list of items in the one more to do list. Which one in the I'm going to create to do list dot jsx here rfce. In this I'm going to show escape. Here I'm going to show using here I'm going to call to-dos. To-dos. Okay, directly call can to-dos in this here to-do list. It is auto imported slash dot slash to-do list. In this, remove this one. Do remove this one and the CSS remove and app.css remove. Okay, this thing. But this thing, which thing, this all our thing, we are going to lift this from the year to remove this from year to which one project first. We are going to do here. Actually, I'm going to lifting this from here to child component. This is actually to do input is a child component for to do container. This one is a parent. In this parent, it is to do input is there. I'm import. I'm going to pass here to this to do to this test and to do's to this one this to do list. We, there is a no chance of passing from this child to child. We are going to first lift the this states. Which states we are going to lift this test and sub test state and this one and to do and set to do's. We are going to remove this lift this one to the child component to parent component. Child component to parent component and I'm going to write here this copy paste here. And not only this one, I'm going to this one also I'm going to copy. Which one these two things? If you want to remove this one, you can remove directly. This one also I'm going to remove. Nano ID and use state. I'm going to pass in this input. First one is I'm going to pass test. Test I'm going to directly passing. Next set test. Set test and handle submit. Handle submit. In this to do input, I'm going to take the three things here. First test, set test, handle submit. This thing. If you click on this handle submit, it will in the to do container, it will call here from handle submit. We have discussed already props, like how this props will work. If you click on handle submit here, we have passed from the parent to child. If you click on this one in the submit button, if you click on the submit button, it will call the handle submit. Which handle submit will be called? This to do content handle submit will be called and goes to here this to do's. Which to do's? The parent to do's only this to do will be go. Here also in the to do input also we are taking the test and set test. We have collected the test and value and set test also on change on every change. How that state works here, like in the local use state, local variable state. In that also same this container state also work. This state if state also work. We are going to if we have any doubts, we are going to pass it here to do's here within the to do's. Here the to do list also we have already taken, no problem. C comes to the browser, pass, flex and justify center item center. See, we got this. If you type here Tailwind install Tailwind CSS for Install Tailwind CSS for V tab. Submit. If you click on submit, it will come here. How it is come? Once again, I'm explaining that how that process. If you click on the submit button, first if you type the something here in the text box, see it is changing this one also. This once again I'm typing nano ID is powerful tool. Powerful tool. If you click on the submit, here displaying after displaying this test also gone here, this test also gone here, it will comes to the blank space. How it is displaying? First if you type here this this on change, for every change the every change event dot target dot value is going to the set test. Which test this props I have called in the to do container. This set test will be replaced here. It will display. After this, that test, which test we are passing here, test also we are passing. Here comes to the this to do input here. I'm mentioning here like a value equal to test. In the button, if you type, if you click on the submit button, this it will handle the it will work with the on submit and handle submit. This handle submit do the prevent default and it contains only test. If that test box contains only test, or we can do the one thing here to check the trim also. Like trim means it will remove the empty spaces in the left and right space. See, if you hover this, it will give the this behavior. Like for removes the leading and trailing white spaces and line terminates the characters from the string, and it removes the actually. Uh, if you see here in the console, I'm taking one string here. String means here I'm doing something have. First I mentioned here some spaces here. So after some spaces, I have given something have. After this, I'm going to write the trim method. See, if you click on this trim method, it will remove the trim method removes the some remove the trailing and leading spaces. This one is the leading front and back spaces. It will remove trim method. If you give like some space also, and if you type the some enter something also, it will display like something, like it will display the some empty to do also. For that reason only, I'm not going to display that to do. I'm going to display that to do only having the some content only. If you see without giving this one also, without giving this trim button trim, the here I mentioned some empty spaces, and I have submitted. Click on the submit button. See, it is displaying like this. But I'm not going to do so like that. For that, I'm going to use the trim function, trim method or trim function, and I refresh this one. If you refresh this one, if you give some spaces also, it will. If you click on the submit button, it's not going to. I have clicked. I have clicking this button. See, I have clicking, but it's still not displaying. Why me not displaying means I have removed the spaces here. Only it will display the empty spaces. If you give something like intelligence, intelligence of VS Code, intelligence of VS Code. If you click on the submit button, see it is displaying. In the to-do list, I'm going to do one more thing. Instead of writing this one, this content here, I'm going to write this content in the one more to do. One more component, not to do, one more component. Which component? I'm going to create one component called, that is the called to do.jsx. This to do.jsx rf, sorry, rfce. Here I'm going to write escape and remove this one, this one, this one. I'm going to write. I'm going to take this to do here. I'm going to write to do component slash to do equal to do. This is coming from the dot slash to do. In this to do.jsx, I'm removing this key also. Removing this two also. Here I'm going to write the key. If you want to go to the this, and if you once you press this one, see still it is displayed. I have divided each and everything in the one component for comfort purpose and for reusability purpose. Why we have to write the code in the code? We have to do code splitting. We have to do reusability components and for the each and everything. See, it is having the 18 lines. This one having the this thing having the 24 lines. For this also, we are going to do lot more things. For this input, we are going to take one component. This submit button, we are going to take one component. This form also, we are going to take another component. Like to do form, we can take to do input, we can take. Already we can take input, but we can take that input also we can take. And submit button, we can take another component. There is a, I'm going to show for the sake of showing, there is a called one website, Shardsian, not Shadesian, Shardsian/UI. This is a called, if you see here, actually introduction, if you see, if you see, this is a not a component library. Actually, it is a have the collection of reusability components. Collection of reusability components you can copy and paste the into your apps. Actually, this is also same like how we are using the each and every component like this one to do input and to do heading like this one. Actually, one guy like one person he have written the one each and every and it is divided into the and he written like button is one component. If you see here, accordion and I'm going to show one thing here. Button. See, if you see here, button. This one is a one component. Like in this button also some variations are there. This one is a one variation, and this one is a one variation, and this one is one variation. Like it is called. Say examples like this is a primary. Which one is primary? First I have shown this is the primary. This is secondary button. This is a distractive button. This is the outline button. Outline button means so only like having border. Just like there's a ghost button and link button and iconic button. See, only icons it will contains and with icons. See, icon with some text, loading button as a child button. This one login. This some. Not only this, if you want to see cards, let's see this one components. See, there's the divided into the each and everything is divided into the small components. Using that components, we are going to use in the our like our application. We are going to make use of this components and do the achieve the application beautiful. For sake of showing the each and every thing into the converted into the component, for that I'm going to show the Shardshian like a website. If you see here, this one also in this to-do also we are going to do three things here. One is a three things we are going to do here. Which one to do in this content? I'm going to take one is a checkbox. Which one it is a type of checkbox. We go to the v dot c checkbox. We are going to write class of flex justify content center and item center. I'm not going to take center. I'm going to take between. Instead of this, bg rounded this one. These things. Here I'm going to take this all things. See, this plane and give some gap also. Gap I'm going to take 3. See, gap is there. Item center Art I'm going to put not input, actually container, to do container, take, ah, there is a, in the to do dot JSX, in this, instead of this, I'm going to take grow, see, grow. Using this grow, it will comes to the here. Here, one more thing I'm going to take view. So now this, it contains the two things here. Button of, what is that button? Okay, pin, it should be can take, or paste, paste also coming this one. Okay, okay, this one is one button. Another button, pencil we are going to take. And this one is the pencil. Pencil for update only. Symbol of pencil. Okay, I'm going to take this one. Okay, this is for, this is for pin for. I'm going to take some small gap here. Flex, flex gap of 2. See, let's see. This, this one is yeah, replace with gap of 1. See, if you click on this one and if you click on this one, it will update. Like if you click on this one, it will and this test will be comes to the update state. So it comes to the update state. We are going to update after clicking this one. And if you want to delete this one, it will comes to the this. If you click on this one, it will comes to the completed phase. If you like my content, please like and subscribe my channel and support my channel. We are going to continue this one in the next session.